time for a check on business news. Richard Southern joins us now. Richard, we're both outside. Isn't this lovely?
This is a lovely early fall day, Janella. How do you like it out there?
A nice change of scenery. It's very nice out. Actually, it was a little windy earlier, but the sun's out, so I don't really need my jacket. But it is nice to be back up here on the patio. So, Richard, we've been keeping a close eye on the markets today, and it was a rocky start to the trading week.
Yeah, it might be nice here outside, but inside at the corner of King and Bay, things weren't so hot today, Janella. Concerns about a second wave of COVID-19 really hurt stocks in the Monday trade. Investors were reminded that the economic impact of the virus is far from over. You know, we're not only seeing numbers ticking higher here in Ontario, but certainly around the world as well. So when the closing bell rang there on Wall Street, the Dow was down more than 500 points. TSX down 217. And the big question is, what does this mean for our money, for our portfolios? We remember the stock sell-off in March. I wanted to go to a professional, a chief investment officer at Purpose Investments, Greg Taylor, and I asked him, are you worried that we are going to see another market slide as we enter a potential second wave?
I think it has to be something on everyone's radar screen. And more than anything else, it feels like we're going to get a pullback in some of this economic growth. The economic numbers all rebounded quite quickly throughout the summer. A lot of that due to fiscal stimulus and different government programs to keep things going. But if we do get a second wave and we can't keep throwing money at the problem, I think that's a concern that's not priced in the markets right now and could have an implication on portfolios.
And Janella, stocks that were the hardest hit today were the ones that would be really affected if we did see restrictions put back in place, like the airlines. Air Canada down more than 8% today, so not such a great one on the markets.
Something to watch for sure. Okay, bad news for shoppers who love to sniff out a good deal. A major retailer ending its price matching program. Where's this?
Yeah, this is Walmart, Canada. So, you know, certainly biggest retailer in the world, one of the biggest here in Canada. And Walmart says, you know, there's going to be no more ad matching soon. Janella, this was where, you know, if you found a product that was cheaper at another store, you could bring like the flyer to Walmart and they would sell it to you at that cheaper price. No longer. We got the statement in from Walmart. I want to show it to you today. It says, quote, over time, we have seen minimal usage of our ad match program, while at the same time, the program has been causing delays at the checkout. So it says as of October 15th, they're going to be discontinuing it. They did say they will continue to accept coupons, mind you. You know, Janella, we're seeing sales and deals kind of vanish all over the place, not just in Walmart. So this is kind of a continuation of, you know, things becoming a little bit more expensive for shoppers.
Yeah, I also wondered, they mentioned there the slowing down at the checkout. You know, so much of Walmart's checkout now is self-checkout, right? So if you've got coupons, you're trying to price match, you can't do that on your own. So maybe they're also trying to weed out the things that would require staff to come and deal with that, right?
Good point. Good point. You don't need a cashier, and that's going to save the company some money, no question about that.
Yeah, maybe they're planning to go fully automated. Who knows? Okay, we've seen many auto workers losing their jobs in Ontario for the past couple of years, but Ford's Oakville plant could be receiving a big boost.
Yeah, there are reports that the federal government is looking to kick in $500 million to help bring electric vehicle production to there, the Oakville assembly plant for Ford. And reports are that the feds are looking for help from Queen's Park. And Premier Ford was asked today, you know, how much money are you going to kick in for this? And he declined to answer, citing the fact that negotiations are ongoing with Ford and the union. There actually is a midnight deadline for a new contract between Ford and Unifor, the union representing auto workers. You know, obviously, this means a lot of jobs in Oakville. There's a lot of knock-on jobs for Ontario, Janella. But the question becomes, with all businesses hurting right now, should the government be using our taxpayer dollars to give to a multinational company like Ford? And we did hear some of the ministers of Queen's Park ask that question today. They didn't really give a direct answer. Hey, Janella, you and I are back just after 6:30. We got some stories that'll have you talking, including Gucci jeans that have everybody shaking their head. A new pair of Gucci jeans. You got to hear this story after